I'm Kate Osborne and I'm proud to be standing as the Labour candidate in the newly named constituency of Jarrow and Gateshead East in the upcoming general election on Thursday the 4th of July. The North East has been my home for 35 years. My kids were born in North Shields and grew up in Tyneside, and it was an honour to be the MP for the historic constituency of Jarrow. I was proud to be the first female MP since the incredible Red Ellen. In her first speech to Parliament, Ellen said, "The years go on and nothing is done. This is a desperately urgent matter." The same could be said for the last 14 years of Tory rule. Years of more neglect of North East communities, years of child and pensioner poverty, numbers rising in Jarrow and Gateshead East. 14 long years of consecutive Conservative governments have destroyed so much that in 21st century Britain, our water is no longer safe to drink. They have destroyed local authority budgets, impacting housing, social care and our schools. They are destroying our NHS with a record high 7.5 million people on waiting lists. 14 years of Tory chaos, corruption and incompetence. Tories sleepwalking from one disaster to the next and crashing our economy. Everywhere you look, they are breaking record highs, but not in a good way. NHS waiting lists at a record high, housing waiting lists at a record high, millions more have been pushed into poverty, homelessness at its highest ever, rents and mortgage costs soaring, HS2 cancelled, wasting millions of pounds, energy bills through the roof, more broken promises, more lies and more neglect of our northern communities. Ellen's book, The Town That Was Murdered, helped the drive for a welfare state and the Labour government of 1945 that created the NHS. What we need now is a Labour government that will rebuild Britain, that will eradicate child poverty, that will fix our NHS and crumbling schools, and that will provide for pensioners and look after our communities from the cradle to the grave. Now, I am your Labour candidate for Jarrow and Gateshead East, and I cannot wait for a Labour government that can start to rebuild our country. I've been fighting for Jarrow and Gateshead East residents in Parliament and locally, and if you re-elect me, I will continue to be your voice.
What? Don't tell us.
Yeah.
It's hard for us just doing it, you know, but I've spent like being I think that you are
You're connected. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Jarrow constituency had two Gateshead wards, Peelaw and Hewith and Wardley and Dean Lane. The newly named Jarrow and Gateshead East constituency now has two more Gateshead wards, Windynook and White Hills and Felling. From supporting local businesses to speaking out in support of workers taking action, to criticising plans to build on Greenbelt, to riding along with the police asking them to take more action on antisocial behaviour. Our emergency services do such a fantastic job. So from seeing it at the early planning stages right through to now being open and fully operational, it's great to see the first tri-station open here in Hebburn. The Labour Party will put the NHS back on its feet. It will put 13,000 more police and PCSOs on our streets, and it will invest in our fire service. For residents on an individual level, I've been pleased at the successes of my street surgeries, bringing me and my office to your streets to discuss the local issues and deal with your casework has proved invaluable and has seen many successful interventions delivering exactly what is needed. If re-elected, I will continue to hold street surgeries in every ward. I hope you will vote Labour on the 4th of July. This general election brings us hope for a Labour government. A Labour government that will fix the inequalities that successive Tory governments have created, not just for Jarrow and Gateshead East, but for the North East and the entire country. A Labour government that will be for working people, for families, for young people, and a Labour government that will protect the pension triple lock. A Labour government is what my constituents and the entire country need and deserve. So vote Labour.